panic. Take for an instance the issue that we have now in terms of the COVID-19. A lot of people would panic purely based on the figures, right? What they show you on TV now is that they show you number of reported cases, which, for an example, probably maybe let's say in SA it's 50,000. Number of deaths, which is probably maybe 1,000 out of that 50,000 of the reported cases. However, when they speak about it, they don't really emphasize on the number of recovery cases, because at all times, I don't really see the point of reporting only on the or telling people about the reported cases, because that's gonna freak everybody out. Tell them about, okay, fine, if you're talking about the reported cases, what is the number subtracting the recovery cases, because those are the only cases that we have. Digging deeper into the data, okay, fine, what are the numbers of the people that are in ICU, right? Let's try to understand that. Let's try to understand, okay, fine, by different demographics, obviously that's what they're showing, but they're not really emphasizing on the age group. What is it that what's really going on different age groups within these numbers, right? So misleading data, it's propaganda in any way possible. Politics really use it here and then. A lot of people would actually use it probably maybe from a client point of view, not to lose a client when it comes to the business, or not to make a client really panic. So it's very important to try and understand that false data, misleading data, that's not right. That's not what us as data science or data analysts are supposed to be doing to the business. As if data is what it is at the moment, tell us what it is, because we have the right to information, and not just information, the right information. We should stop having this thing of propaganda. We should stop trying to please clients on cooked data and whatnot and whatnot. We shouldn't really do that, because in terms of ethics, that's really not all right. So there's another question here that says, ethic-wise, is there any regulations or ethic issues with misleading data? I'm not so sure, but I think that's purely based on the company principles, right? I mean, for us, for us in my company, we always pride on giving the clients the rightful data, no matter what. So that's basically the work ethics. Other people would actually want to give you the misleading data, which is why you see different newspaper articles actually giving us what we actually saw. Because I just showed you now, these are real life examples of what people were being fed on the society, which is forceful data. So I think it actually goes back to your organization's ethics and your personal ethics at any way possible. Sorry, Mazis, you want to say something?
Yeah, just on ethics there, I think it's a matter of development, right? So in South Africa, for example, it's not as big as regulations from a government point of view. But I know in the States, I mean, there are big regulations that are put in place to make sure that people are not putting out misleading information intentionally or manipulating the data to just push their own propaganda things. So I mean, if you remember, there were big cases on Facebook where they also provided other companies with information that they got on Facebook without the users' knowledge, and Facebook nearly went down because of that. So from the minute we are very aware of what data means and what it can do, I think different countries will start putting in place different regulations to make sure that people are putting out correct data. But from a integrity point of view, we sign NDAs with our clients, and I guess it's our duty to make sure that we report correct data. The minute you see something that is really not of good quality, we need to say it as such to clients, to say this is what is happening, this is the current situation. And of course, in terms of revenue, they do penalize us. We need to give them 15% back of whatever they paid us because of such issues. So it's at the moment, I would say for big organizations, it's a contract kind of a thing, at least in South Africa. But in developed countries, there is actually regulations in terms of the kind of data you provide, how to provide it. Are the people that giving you data aware that you are going to use data or you're going to provide it to other companies, they need to be aware of how you're